Shalom Aleichem, dear brothers and sisters. Today I want to talk about the Jewish view on the hijab. So according to the Torah law, a married Jewish woman has to cover her hair. In fact, there's a verse in the Torah where it says that the priest, when examining a woman who's suspected of cheating, one of the things he does is uncovers her hair. And one of the commentators, Rashi, say that the reason he uncovers her hair is because in order to embarrass her. So from here we learn that it's embarrassing for a married woman to have her hair uncovered. Now, this requirement is really only for the married woman. A non-married girl does not have to cover her hair according to the Jewish law, according to the Torah law. However, that does not mean that it's bad for a girl to cover her hair. So, Muslim girl, for example, that covers her hair, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that from the Torah point of view. In fact, it may be a good thing, it's modesty among girls. In fact, there were some Jewish communities where covering the hair was even common among young girls, not necessarily married. These are the Yemenite Jews, and even the Ramban, who lived about 1,000 years ago, Rabbi Moshe ben Nachman, well-respected rabbi, he brings down that according to the Jewish tradition, a non-married woman also covered her hair. Now, however, from the pure halacha, meaning pure Jewish law, only a married woman has to cover her hair. And the reason for that is because the whole purpose for a woman to cover her hair is so that she does not show her beauty to the outside world. Because once she is married, her looks are really only for her husband, and there is no reason for her to go outside and show her looks to the entire world. However, when she comes back home and it's only her husband and maybe even the kids, then she's allowed to uncover her hair as long as nobody else is in the house. With that said, I want to say that in fact, my great-grandmother, the way she covered her hair was pretty much almost the same, or is the same as the Muslims cover their hair today. And I can even show you a picture. If you hold on just a second, here's my great-great-grandmother. And as you can see, she had her hair covered just like with a hijab. And nowadays, some Jewish women cover their hair the same exact way. However, many have changed slightly the way they cover their hair, but some actually cover their hair exactly the same way. And there's a group called Lev Tahor. Then there's a group in Bet Shemesh, and in fact, some of the seculars, it drives them nuts. And some of the seculars call these Jews as Jewish Taliban, because of the way they cover their hair. And actually some among the Jewish people, Jewish women, even cover their faces. So this also happens, although it's very uncommon, but it does happen. There are some groups that do that. And so I hope that clarifies, the Jewish position on the hijab. And in fact, I personally think that the world would be a much better place if all of humanity, not just the Muslims, if all of humanity where the women would be covering their hair, because this is modesty. And even though according to the Torah law, a young girl who's not married is not required to cover her hair, because the whole purpose, as I said, for a married woman to cover her hair is to be modest and not expose her beauty to the outside world. But for a young girl that is not married yet, I guess there is a reason why she would necessarily want to show her hair, so that she would be liked by somebody and eventually get married. However, she's still required to be modest. Other than the hair, she still has to cover up completely, and not tight clothing, and still be modest. But the hair is only required after she gets married. Thank you for watching. I hope that clarifies the Jewish position. If you have any questions, please comment.